Well, hello there. It is week 7 of Fox and Thoughts. Um, can you believe it? This has been going on for 7 weeks. I mean, not consecutively or anything, but it has been going on for 7 weeks. I've been able to come up with random things. But to tell you the truth, I always have a lot of random thoughts running through my mind. It's all about whether or not I remember to add them into the slides. Sometimes I don't, and then they just disappear into the breeze, just fly away, and then they're gone, and then I have more random thoughts, and then they go too. But anyway, I was able to do a few, and collect some this week, which is last week, and a little bit of the week before, so it's actually, well, anyway, it's collectively a week's worth of thoughts. So the theme is coffee dive, and you'll see why. So yeah, these are a collection of random thoughts collected over the week. Don't expect things to flow, but I'll try my best. First, donation. And this isn't about giving donations or doing donations. I just had this very, very, very random thought. It is totally random, okay? So I even wrote that totally random on the screen. So you can see, I didn't write it on the screen. I wrote it on the slide, which you can see on the screen. You get what I mean. Did you notice that the word donation says do nation? Like, what does it mean to do nation? I know maybe the way the word is broken up is like done, and shun or something like that. Maybe that's how it's broken up, but it looks like do and nation. But what does it mean to do nation? I don't know, just a random thought. Try to, when I ask these random questions, try to be random as well. Do nation. Like, what do you think? I mean, if someone asks you, okay, hi, how are you? What do you think do nation means? And then you think, I wonder what the heck it means. And then you give your thoughts. Like, maybe it means to, like, if it had an actual meaning, like, what would you say that it meant? Enlighten me, please. Okay, so the next thought was on about haul videos, consumption. So, I wasn't looking for haul videos, but sometimes when I go and watch booktubers, I see some people, I mean, people aren't doing these as much, seems, but some people still do haul videos in which they bought a bunch of books and they're going to do a haul and video. And so I used to like to watch these, but since the economy kind of sucks everywhere right now, watching those just doesn't really bring me as much joy as it did before. I don't know, and I don't know, it just And so I thought, I wonder if people in other areas of YouTube are still doing haul videos. I remember when they were a really, really big thing many years ago, and people were doing haul videos like left and right. But the thing is you have to think about with haul videos that sometimes people just get PR. They just get PR, and the companies think that these YouTubers are going to review these products, and sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. But they just get this PR, so it's like it's free stuff. So they do get a lot of stuff. So it's not that they are actually buying them. It's just that they get a lot of stuff automatically, which is very nice. It's very nice. And yes, they probably worked very hard to deserve that, but I'm a little bit jealous sometimes. Anyway, so I thought I'd look up to see what the haul video trend is like on YouTube. So what I did was, instead of logging into my account, I went to a incognito and then just looked up like haul videos and also I tried to think of different categories where people might do haul videos. So I thought about all kinds of things. So I found some of Dollar Tree, some sales of clothing, lifestyle stuff, lots of makeup, lots of women, or not women, lots of female people seem to enjoy making haul videos. I don't see a lot of guys doing haul videos, or a lot of anyway. So booktubers do a lot of haul videos, and when I see all these books like stacked up, oh, very, very nice. Are you actually going to read all of them? But honestly, I can't say much about are you actually going to read all of them, because I have a really, really, really extensive TBR in my closet. So I can't really say about anything about that, because anyway. I also, yeah, a lot of booktubers like bookshop haul, like book haul, all these things, pictures of book stacks and stuff like that. I also did find this, I looked up, wondering about other categories of haul videos. I looked up tech, like technology, like tech stuff, because I did once see this guy, this big tech reviewer guy, doing a tech review, like, I don't know, it was just a bunch of stuff. It was just all kinds of like stuff, some techie stuff. I'm not a techie person, okay? It's just a lot of techie like gadgets and watches and like things like that. So I did find this one guy doing a Temu haul of techie stuff. Why are we still buying from Temu and Shein and stuff like that? I mean, they're so problematic. Why do people, I mean, anyway. I also saw some, like, interesting stuff, like shopping, just random shopping, like lifestyle shopping type of hauls. Also, an interesting one was a grocery haul. That's interesting. I never thought I'd see a grocery store haul, but I guess if you buy food every day because you need to eat and you think people might be interested in what you eat every day, I guess that's good content. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting to see a grocery haul. But this is specifically an Asian grocery haul, so it has a niche, so it's not just random groceries from, like, I don't know, what are the supermarkets in the US? Is Walmart a supermarket? No, Walmart's not a supermarket, is it? I don't know. There's, I can't think of any supermarket names right now. I'm sure I know them. Stop and Shop, right. Stop and Shop is a supermarket, yes. It might only be on the East Coast. I only know about supermarkets on the East Coast, by the way. I also saw this one person who is very pink. Actually, a few people were very pink. A lot of Hello Kitty, Sanrio, My Melody, Japan stuff haul. I'm moving my hand a lot, but you don't see me doing that. I'm doing lots and lots of gestures to try to show the haul, the quantity. You can guess what kind of gestures would be like a large quantity kind of thing. But a lot of this Japan type of haul, which it's understandable because people outside of Japan love this stuff. People inside Japan, there are people who love this stuff even as much as the people outside of Japan, but I live in Japan and I'm not particularly big on this stuff. I thought Hello Kitty was retiring, but I guess it's not. I also saw some unique stuff, Japan, unique Japan stuff, like some things that I didn't, that weren't, that they don't have a lot of views. This Pokemon card shop haul, um, doesn't have a lot of views. So yeah, the thing with these hauls is that I did notice that the views do vary. I mean, it depends on how famous the YouTuber is, I suppose. But depending on the type of product that they are hauling, I mean, I guess it really depends on who these people are, but the more specific you get. So there's this other one that I found called Miniso haul. I don't know what that is, honestly. I don't know what Miniso is at all. It seems to be a Japanese thing, but it's probably some English word, which is from a Japanese word, and it's what shortens or something like that, because I have no idea. I mean, I keep thinking about miso, and that's probably not it, right? Miffy haul, which is kind of unique. I mean, I know there are a lot of people outside of Japan who love Miffy. Miffy actually isn't a Japanese character. I think Miffy is actually like a French or a Dutch character or something like that, but I don't know why it's spread in Japan. Yeah, I think, no, is Miffy actually a Japanese character? I actually don't know. I actually don't know the origins of Miffy very well, but I feel like I remember seeing something that it's not actually a Japanese character. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah, that was all the stuff about hauls. I just thought it was interesting to see if people were still making haul videos, watching haul videos. It still seems to be a thing, but I feel like there's not as much. I mean, I did look for these videos incognito instead of logging into an account. So I think that shows that haul videos aren't as popular as they were before, because I remember seeing them all over the place. But they're still popular enough that they do get views. Enough views that shows that they're still popular. Am I making sense? Anyway, I had some thoughts about haul videos. The problem with haul videos really is that it's promoting all this consumption, this overconsumption. It's like, are you actually going to use this stuff? Or are you just buying it for the video? Or are you going to buy it for the video, but then actually give this stuff away to people who can't afford it? If you are a collector, like a collector of Pokemon cards, like maybe there are some rare ones or vintage ones, I mean, that is a little bit different to do a haul than if you're just randomly I don't know, wait. If you're just buying for the sake of buying, but if you're buying for the sake of like, you understand the value of the thing, like maybe it's rare or something, then I understand the haul a little bit more than if you're just buying for the sake of buying, or buying for the sake of the video, or buying because you can, or you have room in your house. It's very interesting, these haul videos, because, like, I understand if you go out shopping, like maybe you were it's your payday or something, and then you think, okay, I'm gonna go out shopping. You go out shopping, you buy a bunch of stuff. You want to show people what you got, and I guess that's kind of where haul videos probably started. Probably. Anyway. So the next one is a random thought that I had. Actually, it's a recent random thought. It's like today, right now when I'm recording this. Coffee has two F's and two E's. And I thought, why does it have two F's and two E's? Like, why does it even need two F's and two E's to say coffee? Can't you just have one F and one E? Or one F and two E's? Why does it have to be like this? So whenever I have, like, I didn't do this with donation, because at the time I didn't really care. I just wanted to know. I just had a random thought and a random question that is just silly and meaningless. But for coffee, I thought I would show you what I do when I just have a question about a word. So as a writer, I have questions about words a lot. So the first place that I go is Wiktionary. So I went to Wiktionary, and this is Wiktionary coffee. So we're just gonna go through this together, okay? This is going to be a different type of Fox and Thoughts thought. So Wiktionary says it's borrowed from Dutch. I'm not gonna pronouncing these correctly at all, okay? Coffee, from Italian cafe, and from the Ottoman Turkish kahve, from Arabic Qahwa, kava, maybe it's a V, maybe the W is pronounced like a V. I have no idea because I don't know Arabic. People who can speak Arabic, please let me know how to actually pronounce this. Doublet of cafe in cafe with two F's. Actually, cafe, where the accent on the E goes up, in cafe, where the accent of the E goes down, and it has two F's. In cognate with the words for coffee in other major European languages, most of which are derived from the Turkish and Italian words. Okay, so it initially already had two F's. I don't know where the two E's come from. But maybe we'll find it out somewhere else. So it comes mainly from the Turkish and Italian words. Possibly the Dutch word too. And so the next thing that I do is that I actually go to Wikipedia Coffee and see if they say anything in their origins place. So they say coffee. So this is a page on coffee, the drink, okay? So the seeds of the coffea plants, fruits, are separated to produce unroasted green coffee beans. Yeah, I know what those look like. I've seen them. I've seen videos of people making coffee. The beans are roasted and then ground into fine particles, typically steeped in hot water before being filtered out, producing a cup of coffee. It is usually served hot, although chilled or iced coffee is common. Coffee can be prepared and presented in a variety of ways. Sugar substitutes, milk, and cream are often added to mask the bitter taste or enhance the flavor. Yeah, I always put milk and sugar in my coffee. I don't go without both of them. Despite that I like coffee and I don't mind some of the bitterness, I don't like bitter flavors by itself, so I usually need to add something into it. Also, I can drink hot drinks, but my tongue is pretty delicate. I get burned easily, so I tend to prefer iced coffee over hot coffee. What about you? Do you prefer hot coffee or iced coffee? And give me the reasons why you prefer one over the other. Or if you like both of them, what is appealing about chilled or iced coffee, and what is appealing about hot coffee for you? So yeah, the beans are roasted. Yeah, I've seen an entire process of how coffee beans are made. So anyway, but this is specifically about the drink. So now we're going to go to Wikipedia for coffee bean. Did you know that there is a Wikipedia page for coffee the drink and a Wikipedia page for coffee beans? So it says a coffee bean is a seed from the coffea plant. Okay, we already know that from coffee. And it is the source for coffee. Yes, we already know that. It is the pit inside the red or purple fruit. Okay, so coffee, the coffea, produces a fruit. Yes, I knew that the coffee bean, the coffee plant produces coffea fruits. I knew about that fruit part, okay? This fruit is often referred to as a coffee cherry. Oh, if it's referred to a coffee cherry, that sounds kind of cute, actually. I love coffee cherry. And like the cherry, as in probably the fruit, it is a fruit with a pit. Okay, so we're drinking the we're drinking the juice of the pit. This sounds funny to me. Okay, we're drinking the juice of the pit from the coffee cherry. Is that what we're doing? Even though, and it says here that even though the coffee beans are not technically beans, they are referred to as such because of their resemblance to true beans. True beans. So actual beans. They do resemble actual beans, but they are in fact a pit. Okay. So there is a difference between a pit and a bean. I think I don't remember. I don't know anything. Okay, I don't know anything. I don't remember anything. But I feel like I've heard somewhere that the difference between a pit and a bean is how big it is, and if you can plant it and it grows something. Or that could be, I might be talking about a bulb. Like there's a difference between like a bulb and a bean. But I'm not sure. There's a pit, there's a seed, there's a bulb, and there's a bean. And you can also grow potatoes from potatoes. Potato plants from potatoes. And onion plants from onions. Are onions actually bulbs? Wait, are potatoes, what are potatoes then? Are potatoes, my thoughts are going in random places. Hold on a moment. This is a tangent. Are potatoes actually bulbs? Are they the same thing? They are a root plant, right? They are a root. They are like the bulby part of the root. So are they actually bulbs? Like, wait, how do you even make potatoes? Hold on. How do you make, think about it. Because you have a potato, right? But you need a potato to make a potato. So, like a chicken and egg situation, how did potatoes become potatoes? I'm not giving good questions at all. We have to move on from potatoes. Okay, hold on. How do you make potatoes? We need to do a wiki dive on I need to, or you can do a wiki dive on potatoes and tell me about potatoes. Like how did potatoes come about? Like how did the first person who created potatoes needed to have a potato to make a potato, right, though? I mean, because potatoes don't come from seeds, do they? That's where I'm trying to get at. Or do they come from bulbs? How do you create potatoes? I am stumped. Anyway, back to coffee. We are going back to coffee. Sorry about that. Okay, so the next thing I do is I look at coffee again to see what they say in their etymology about the word coffee, because usually when you look up a thing on Wikipedia like cat or tiger or water bottle or water or fox or whatever, they give you a little breakdown etymology of the word and sort of like the origins and where it must have come from kind of thing. So I would go there and see if I can figure out why it has two E's, because it didn't have two E's before. It only had one, as you saw before. Okay, so it says, now I'm reading, the word coffee entered the English language in 1582 via the Dutch coffee. See, it still doesn't have two E's at the end. It's spelled Koffie. So it doesn't have two E's at the end. Borrowed from the Ottoman Turkish kahve, borrowed in turn from the Arabic kawwa. I don't know how to spell it. I don't know how to pronounce that at all. So we traced the word coffee all the way back to Arabic, which is fascinating. Medieval Arab lexicographers, that is a mouthful of a word, hold on. Lexicographers traditionally held that the etymology of kawwa meant wine, given its distinctly dark color, and was derived from the verb kahia, I don't know, Qahiyya, which means to have no appetite. That is interesting. Because it is true, one thing I know that is true is that coffee can sort of stab your appetite. Like if you feel hungry and you drink coffee, like you can sort of keep your appetite at bay for a while. So maybe there's some kind of connection there. What do you think? The word, reading on again, the word kawwa, I'm just going to read it that way. It's probably not correct. Most likely meant the dark one. The dark one. It sounds so sinister. Oh my gosh, the dark one. Okay, meant the dark one, referring to the brew or the bean. Kawwa is not the name of the bean. Okay, the bean is known in Arabic as bun, or bun, B-U-N-N. That's what it is. And in Cushitic languages. I've never seen this before. What's Cushitic languages? Oh, I need to look that up. See, this is what happens with my Wikipedia deep dives, because I see, wait, I've never heard that before. So I would probably, if I was looking at the Wikipedia article right now, I'd probably click Cushitic languages and find all about Cushitic languages before remembering that I was looking at coffee and then go back. Anyway, Cushitic languages as boon. Semitic languages had the root. Oh my gosh, I cannot read this at all. It's QHH. Doesn't even have a vowel anymore. I don't know. Dark color, which became a natural designation for the beverage. Okay. So basically, it's the dark one. Coffee is the dark one. Coffee is evil. Yep. We found the true villain of the world. It's coffee. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But that's fun. Imagine like my writer brain is starting to work now. Imagine like you have like this evil guy. He's so evil, but like he is a coffee. He's a barrister. He's a coffee guy. His love of coffee goes beyond any coffee lover in the entire world. And he wants to create a coffee empire and be the coffee emperor of the entire world. And like, that's his mission. So this evil coffee guy, he wants to, what does he want to do? Get rid of all the other beverages. That's what he wants to do. He wants to get rid of the wine people and the beer people and the juice people and everyone. No, people should only drink coffee. That's what he says. That would be a chaotic world, wouldn't it be? I mean, that means everyone would be high on coffee all the time. That would be so chaotic. But that's what he wants to do. That's what he wants because he is the dark one. Okay, that is fun. Somebody write that story, please. Okay, so where were we? Its cognates include the Hebrew dulling, now it's dull, and the Aramaic, I'm trying to really pronounce these words, our Aramaic, kahe, which means give acrid taste to. I see, that's interesting. Okay. Although etymologists have connected it with a word meaning wine, it is also thought to be from the Kaffa region of Ethiopia. Oh yeah, Ethiopia is well known for coffee. Kaffa region, the Kaffa region, Kaffa is spelled Kaffa. So that would make sense to make that connection with the Dutch word coffee, which is spelled Koffie. So it could be that connection, which is interesting. Interesting what a word can have in it, isn't it? It has dark color, has the dark one, has the bean, has dulling, give acrid taste to, and possibly to have no appetite, and wine, and possibly the Kaffa region of Ethiopia. Interesting. So then it says something else interesting in here. It says the terms coffee pot and coffee break originated in 1705 and 1952 respectively. So I thought, wait, coffee break originated in 1952. That must have something to do with making the workplace a better place. So I thought I'd look up coffee break. Although I probably would have gone for acoustic languages first and then gone for coffee break. So there is actually a Wikipedia page. There's a Wikipedia page for everything, I swear. There's actually a Wikipedia page for break, parentheses, work. So that means there's a Wikipedia page for break, parentheses, something else, which I have no idea what that would be. So you would have to look up break and see what pages it gives you. So you'd have to look up break is what I'm saying. You do that. I'm not going to go that far yet. So it says here for coffee break, the coffee break allegedly originated in the late 19th century in Stoughton, Wisconsin, with the wives of Norwegian immigrants. This sounds like it could be like a movie. Like I would watch a movie about wives of Norwegian immigrants trying to create a coffee break. That sounds fascinating, doesn't it? I want to know what they went through and all that stuff. That sounds like an interesting story. Let's see. It says the city celebrates this every year with the Stoughton Coffee Break Festival. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. People in Wisconsin, Stoughton, or people in Wisconsin in general, people in the U.S., did you know about this festival? You need to go to Stoughton Coffee Break Festival because I can't. You need to go and tell me what it's like. I want to know. And I want to know when this is. Like, when is this Stoughton Coffee Break Festival? Every year. They do it every year. I hope they still do it. I mean, if they're saying it, they do it every year, they probably still do it, right? Okay. The first company to officially incorporate the coffee break for workers was either the Larkin Soap Company or the Barcolo Company, both of which were located in Buffalo, New York. Wait, I don't know how states are situated in the U.S. Okay, is Wisconsin close to New York? I don't think it is, or is it? Wait, New York is on the East Coast. Isn't Wisconsin somewhere in the middle somewhere? Or is Wisconsin? Where is Wisconsin? I don't know where Wisconsin is. Sorry, people of Wisconsin. Wait, I think it's close to New York, isn't it? No? Yes? No? I don't know. Anyway, that's interesting. The coffee break originated in Stoughton, Wisconsin, but it didn't come about in companies. In companies, seems like not until later That's interesting because then what was the coffee break for that the wives of Norwegian immigrants were creating? Like, what was that coffee break for? Like, I want to know about that. We're reading on. It is not clear which was actually first, which company was actually first, I mean. But they both established the company, they both established the coffee break for employees on a regular basis, both morning and afternoon. Oh, that's very nice. By 1902. Okay, so there was, so if you really want to know the history of the coffee break, you would have to either look up Larkin Soap Company and Barcolo Company. There is no Wikipedia link to them. You might have to actually interview these people over there to see if they know about the history of coffee break at their place. Because there is nothing connecting, but there is a citation here, and maybe that is helpful. I don't know. Reading on, in 1951, Time noted that since the war, the coffee break has been written into union contracts. Interesting. The term subsequently became popular through a Pan-American Coffee Bureau. Interesting. I didn't even know there was a thing like that. And campaign of 1952, which urged consumers, give yourself a coffee break and get what coffee gives to you. Huh. Interesting. Coffee break is actually spelled with a hyphen in the middle of coffee and break. John B. Watson, a behavioral psychologist who worked with Maxwell House. What is Maxwell House? I have no idea. Later in his career, helped to popularize coffee breaks within the American culture. That is very interesting. I don't know what the Maxwell House is, and I want to know what the Maxwell House is. So that's another tangent that I would go off on for a bit. That is it for here for now. And I was thinking maybe that I'd actually do a kind of scrolly read through and click through situation of me going down the rabbit hole of coffee, the history of coffee, the coffee break history, of course the Cushitic languages and stuff. I don't know. Can I do that? Maybe. I don't know. I have to see. Is that something that you would be interested in? Because I would be reacting to whatever it says, not to like discredit it or anything like that, but just, and you'd see what it's like for a writer to come up with ideas, like where I get all these ideas. And also, I have a story that is taking inspiration from 1850s USA, 1850s to like 1890s USA. And so I do take some inspiration also from like the early 1900s as well, because it is a fantasy story, and that story could use a coffee break or like some kind of little bit of historical tidbit reference type of thing. About coffee breaks. That would be very interesting to add in, like a little historical Easter egg type of situation. That's something to think about. Anyway, did you enjoy that? Was that enjoyable to you? Do you have any? Let me know about potatoes, like how potatoes are grown and how the first potato was grown. Like how does that even work? If you need potatoes to grow potatoes, like where does the potato come from? And also tell me about how you prefer your coffee and if you like it hot or cold, and if you prefer it either way, why you prefer it either way, and all the things and stuff. Okay, so that was coffee. Okay, last thing is a bit of a teeny bit of a promotional thing, but I have to talk about this. Okay, So it's about Patreon. So already on my Patreon, I already talked about this, and I think I also mentioned it on my Instagram. But anyway, I'm going to talk about it here too. Okay, so because I have some thoughts. Okay, so right now my Patreon, um, in which you can get things and stuff. Right now, I actually have three options. I had a lot more options before, but I thought, you know what, this is ridiculous. Because in the end, while I do appreciate like donations and stuff, in the end, I just really want you to enjoy my content and stuff like that. So, over on Patreon, there are three tiers, and the first two tiers are $1 a month herb gatherer, and you can get exclusive updates on the two main projects, on whatever two main projects that I'm working on at a given time. And this includes early viewing of any like commissioned art pieces that I might get and stuff like that. You also get some original poetry. You would get a short story. This is monthly, by the way, in case you were wondering. And you can also give me a poetry prompt to dedicate to you. And in the future, I do plan to publish a collection of poetry with your dedication on it. I think that will be kind of fun. I don't know if it will happen because so far no one has responded to that, but I feel like it would be fun. Anyway, the $3 a month one is you get everything from Herb Gatherer, the first tier, and also you get early access to chapter snippets until book publication. So that is that. And at this point, the book in question is Between Roses, which is a young adult portal fantasy novel inspired by all things Alice in Wonderland. So if you like all things Alice in Wonderland, you would probably enjoy this book. Also, I had a lot of fun writing this book, adding all kinds of silly little mad insanities, little wacky bits into this story. So I hope you have fun reading it. I will tell you that there is poetry in this book, and if you're like, I just have such a dislike for poetry, then it's not for you, and it's fine. But the poetry is fun. I copied the style, not copied, but sort of tried to use the style of Lewis Carroll's poetry. Okay, so it's in the style of Lewis Carroll's poetry, also written in my own style, which was a brain exercise, but it was fun. So anyway, the chapter snippets won't have poetry in it, I don't think. Yeah, no, yes, no. No. There is no poetry in the chapter snippets because it's until chapter 5 and there's no poetry by then. But it is a fun time. So I would suggest maybe be interested. I would be very happy if you will be interested in joining my Patreon. And this is sort of an example of some of the short stories that you can find on there if you want to just do $1 a month and get a little bit of a short story, a short story. So this one is 7-year-old Erin Oyster Shade. So Erin is the main character of Between Roses, and this short story takes place before the events of Between Roses, so you get a little bit of a peek into a scene I just brush over. This scene is just mentioned as like a decade ago. Erin visits her grandmother for the first time, and I just mentioned a little bit about what she remembers that happened. But because she was only 7, she doesn't remember everything that happened. So this is that story of everything that happened, but it doesn't really reveal like the actual plot or anything of Between Roses. But it does give a little hint into something that might go down in Between Roses. So yeah, it's a fun little story. Anyway, You can also get a sense of my writing style with these short stories. So if you like these short stories, you'd probably like to pick up Between Roses, coming out in October. Anyway, that was a little bit of a promotional thing. Thank you for letting me slip this in here. So, anyway, do you have any thoughts? Did you have a think? You can find my Patreon in the description. Patreon link in the description. Also, I'm going to put a link to my second channel. Yes, I have a second channel, and this is where I give writing advice. I actually give writing advice. Okay, I do a lot of breaking down writing advice on this channel, but I actually giving writing advice, and a recent thing I came up with is giving writing advice in 3 levels: beginner, intermediate, and advanced fiction writers. So if you're interested in what I have to say about how to start writing for those 3 levels, go and check out my second channel and subscribe to that channel as well. That channel is going to be, I don't know how often I can make videos for that channel because I'm not sort of reading off of anything. It's just my own thoughts, and that takes a while to gather my thoughts. Okay, so anyway, of course, comments are always appreciated, and I like hearing your thoughts and all the stuff that you have to say. And the secret word for making it to the end of this video will be oysters. Yes, because of Oyster Shade is the name of the city by the coast in one of my stories. So yes, oyster is the word. It has nothing to do with whatever else I had to talk about in this video. So I would know if you've watched to the end if you comment oyster. So yeah, that is the end of this video. By the way, I want to show you something. Look at the screen now. I actually have an end slide, and I always forget to show this end slide. It's so pretty. Look how pretty it is. I always forget to show it. I always forget that I have it. Anyway, that is the end of this video, and I hope you have a lovely day, and that's it. The fox is out.